Hello everybody, whenever, wherever. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time, however. Today I will talk about the Earth's Sun axis from, tomorrow, the new moon, and throughout a little bit into maybe middle of February, but also including the Juno-Pluto conjunction that will take place on 7th of February, heliocentric view. So cycles are always one within the other, but it's also we have two planets like Juno and Pluto, they form one cycle, but they have a specific geometry together, and so it's not only one cycle and then the next one, but it's also how they form very big cycles with the whole geometry they form, let's say. And that's the same with every planetary body that we can see these relationships to happen. And also the moon does make such cycles. We have the lunar cycle from 1 month or 29 days roughly, and then we have also a bigger cycle, an annual cycle. So we have the little and the bigger and even bigger ones and so on. It is really very wide if you want. So some of these cycles I have studied more than others, and some of them are also available in charts and explanations about on my website. And some, especially the charts, are separated on the membership section, which is actually for free, but I separated it there. So we go into the chart of that Juno-Pluto conjunction, and I will explain from there also how it moves on with the Earth's Sun axis. So I do change the view. So here we go. Juno and Pluto. Earth, Saturn, and the Sun would be here too. That's the 7th of February. With the new moon, we are roughly here, so more in the middle, also here, just so kind of like at the edge from where the overlay with Aquarius starts. Here it takes a bit longer for Leo energy to fully be merging in. Here we have a little bit more sharing or openness, let's say, to take place. With this new moon, we also have that emphasis on the most visible, or let's say very seen, very prominent public part, but also the roots that are included in that, because there is always a reason or an intention or a vibration that does bring something together, and with that it is more visible. So we have that Cancer and Earth energy, more the roots, more the but more in the processing way in Cancer, and in Capricorn we see it full. It comes to be, if you want. Yeah, it is there, or we at least we practice it, we prepare to share with the world. But it's also about imprinting, let's say, on various levels, like we program ourselves, but also we select what we memorize, but we also can retrieve, right? And so all these sharing, printing, and taking in or down or up, or however you perceive that, it's this exchange, or being in this energy of selecting, and then also kind of forming that within, yeah, womb energy. But the sun, it's emphasized, and also Saturn, of which is there. So all the information is there in the visible, but we can also see what is its roots. And its roots, it's always down within. Yeah, from what we can see there, shared or written or imprinted, yeah, in this way, especially within self. And we have here that conjunction, yeah, this relationship with self, Juno, but also the relationship with others. They also, it's a result from what we personally are and bring out, yeah, with what we resonate, but also what we shine out, what we radiate out. Yeah, is it more positive in the sense of light, of yeah, you happy, or is it more sad? And so that will attract then what is needed for that. Yeah, when we are sad, we may have somebody who can comfort us, and so on. So it's this relationship. Yeah, but when we are happy, very vibrant, yeah, we will also attract that kind of energy. Yeah, it is a match. But also when we have a question, and bring them out, we somehow will also get the answer. And that depends what, let's say, channel we will use, or radio station, or however you want to call that, to actually perceive that. But we have everything within us, and so we can also retrieve it from here or from anywhere, yeah, from any field. Depends on what the question would be. But we then also again we use that information and make something out of it. Yeah, just like we got all the information from Gemini, and then we kind of we take that in, and then we sort it out, and then we may make a plan or have more practice into it on the Capricorn side. So it's an exchange all the time. But now we are more on the practicing side with the sun. That's more what we bring out. Yeah, so it's more this kind of energy, that what we bring out, or that we can see what we brought out from the past, but we can also see its roots, or compare it with the roots and say, okay, does that, my idea was this or that, or the intention was this and that, and what I produced, what I put out, what I made, does it conform, or is it in line with this intention? Or may I have to change something? Can I alter something? May I have to add something or to take away something in this kind of way? Yeah. So this is that axis, and it's of course even more emphasized than on this in this time frame now, for maybe a week or a bit more, next 10 days, with Saturn and the Sun being conjunct, and therefore Earth in opposition. It means it's included, it's an axis, it's just two poles of the same, yeah, just in a different state, in a different degree, if you want. So, but Saturn wants to mature, yeah, to become an adult, yeah, to be aware, to be conscious about certain things, and but also about where and how we limit ourselves. As I said, the programming we put on ourselves, yeah, that is what defines our very own limits, yeah. If we believe, let's say, the solar system would be everything that there exists, then we are limited in that box, yeah. We have stepped away from that for quite a while, right? So we have a much wider box, yeah. How wide, how big that box of thought or consciousness is, that is individually different, yeah. And how we, with what beliefs or values and so on, we fill that box, let's say, it's also up to us, but it always has consequences, yeah. Everything we do, we think, we feel, it has a consequence, especially within us, yeah. That's the relationship we have with ourselves, right? We also, we vibrate and we resonate, and all these kind of things, it goes on within us, but also in very little parts, yeah, that can show, for example, within disease, yeah. Then there is something that does not go with the rest, and so there is dissonance, there is no harmony within that system, and so we can't flow as it's supposed to, and some disease can be the result of it, yeah. For example, being open for whatever bacteria or viruses or whatever, yeah. It's we give the space, yeah, but some can also come from within directly, yeah. So it's really this whole relationship, and it also means to the outside with other people, of course. There we have the same, yeah. It's how, what we send out, and how we resonate with something else, or somebody resonates with what we bring out, yeah. So it's both ways all the time. It's mirroring back and forth, resonating, yeah. So that is the energy around. But when we are more in the solitary phase here, we are more processing the whole things, yeah. From the new moon to this conjunction, we are much more still in processing and evaluating it, and see how we can improve all these kind of things. Yeah, but also same time we do imprint in our roots. Yeah, a reflection. We may change something in our way, in our very basic way of how we believe, how we think, and all these kind of things, but maybe more on an emotional level. But it's also the emotions, they bring everything into going. Yeah, it is this vibration that they bring to everything. So it's really a root point, or yeah, and because of that we can also change. Yeah, we can, when we are in a certain state, let's say we wake up, or in the end of the day we had a lot of information that came in, yeah, and we are kind of down and so on, and then we can change and say, okay, no, this is no, there is no real reason to feel down. So okay, I go and mix myself a nice drink, or I cook something, or I go out in the garden, or I call a friend, or whatever, just something that brings oneself out of that, and it's gone. It's gone. We changed. Yeah, this is a very simple thing. Yeah, I noticed, and that's very interesting, I would like to share, the Cancer is a water sign, and I had a few days where I felt kind of tired. But then I noticed through a friend who just made a statement, yes, I'm drinking not enough. Maybe that it is. And so the next day I drank a lot more, and I was fine again, not so tired anymore, and yeah, it was just simply by drinking a bit more water. So yeah, I mean, there is many things that can uh, just boost oneself, yeah, on the mental level, on the emotional level, and on the physical level. It all goes together, right? So you also see here Aquarius and Capricorn, the constellations, they overlap a lot, but also do overlap the sign of Cancer and Leo. Yeah, not the constellations as you can see, but the lion's head is really more in the sign of Cancer, but it's not fully expressed yet. Yeah, it's more a transition, and so it is here. Yeah, when the Earth and Sun axis move over here and will actually cross this sign border on around the 14th of February. And so we have more sharing energy here already before that. Yeah, because it's a building up. It doesn't come from 0 to 100. Yeah, it goes slowly. Yeah, we may have thoughts and we have processed it, but we are still a little bit insecure. We want to bring it out. We have practiced it, and so on. But same time, we may still cling a bit to the security of the home, of the practicing, and maybe I still can improve it a little bit, or what do others think, and we may present it a bit to get some resonance of that. Yeah, but maybe more in not in a very big way, but just small and trying out, but also with self. Yeah, just how does that feel, how does that fit, or something we have practiced, and we slowly see, yeah, it works, but also for ourselves. So it's this slowly stepping into more, bringing it out, what we have, whatever that may be, that we have practiced and processed within self. But as I said, also in a kind of imprinting way, the memories, DNA, all this kind of things. Yeah, that's all the information that is shared or processed here on this axis, and will be going outwards more after the 7th, 8th of February. It starts more than before, and with Saturn there, of course, there as well, that expansion, or bringing that box a little bit further out, yeah, in its borders, so to say. Yeah, so growing up in this way. We will have later in the months, we'll also have this Vesta Ixion Pholus conjunction here. We have Pallas and Chiron, and Jupiter and Nessus. Some of them are actually on the same day. So this is very intense, yeah, because we have to transition, but it may also bring a lot of clarity, a lot of putting puzzle pieces together, if you want, like gaining that bigger picture, having focus on the little one only, on the pixel, let's say, is important to get that pixel right, but we then also have to put the pixels together to get an actual picture. Yeah, so, and that's also the energy that Sun Earth axis is going through, from the little to the big, yeah, from the self to the outside, and so on. All these different types of this energy in different ways, but same principle, if you want. So that's, I think, enough for today. I hope this helps you a little bit, and I will of course come on again for the other half of the months of February 2022. I should have mentioned that too, right? Anyway, you know all the buttons and things to click, they are there to do that, and I hope I can also get some response of you. How do you think, or how do you experience these energies? I would be very happy to hear from you, or having a discussion in whatever form. You can also, I will put up a link to my website and other articles and stuff, and so you can contact me there directly in a more private way, if that would be more for you. So I thank you, and I see you next time.